You are now in the black box. Whoa! With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go!
Snakewood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spider Loke. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter. Gratitude is the attitude. This show is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow a succession. The constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. Those are the 7 C's. As we navigate these, I am the captain of the ship, SPI Easty, a.k.a. VJ Keyway, who is here to host another session of R&R, Random Reactions. We got a white man who took the life of his black wife. Not only did he take the life of his black wife, he spat upon her after she fell to the ground. Then he went to court and put on a whole show. And in my opinion, got a slap on the wrist. I think it's a horrible, awful, terrible, deplorable scenario. So with no further ado, let's see what this Caucasian who killed this melanated queen has been up to.
Now, for what's tipping the scales of justice, we're waiting to see if the defendant in the military wife trial will take the stand. Friday, the jury saw video of the moments leading up to the of Ashley Henning, as she and her husband, Jordan, were arguing in their kitchen after Ashley's birthday party. Things escalated quickly.
Before this progresses and advances and you start hearing all the theories of how he got here and why he did what he did, look how aggressive and calculated he's moving around this room. Let me back this up a little bit because I can't believe he pulled this off. Just watch how aggressive he's moving. Confident. You hear her moaning in the background, breathing through them holes with the lungs in them. Po baby. This motherfucker. I probably shouldn't have. I've already watched this, so I'm pissed off. Sheesh.
Absolutely horrific what's seen in that video. And Henning could be seen crying in front of the jury while that video was being played. So what is testifying going to do for him? You know, when we heard that 911 call before seeing the video, you know, he talks a lot about how he's the victim of abuse, right? Saying he's been abused by his wife for years and just couldn't take it anymore. Then you see the video and it paints a very different picture. Can he say anything that can help himself today? Let's talk about that. I want to bring back in attorney and lawmaker Tommy Pope.
And I'll stop it right there. Peace and blessings, ladies and gentlemen. All praises to the Most High. So there you have Jordan Henney, the military guy from Kentucky, who was accused of taking the life of our dear sister right here, beautiful black sister Ashley Henning, 37-year-old Ashley Henning, who was unfortunately his wife. She made the life-damning decision to marry this man, and he took her life after a birthday party on her 37th birthday. And this happened in June of 2023. And last week, he was on trial a couple of weeks ago, claiming that he suffered years of emotional and verbal and physical abuse, which caused him to snap. And his defense was severe emotional disturbance, which did not get the conviction of first-degree premeditated unalivement, as you see in that video.
He hunted her, chased her down, up the stairs, and put 4 bullets in her. And that wasn't first-degree murder. That's crazy.
But the jury gave him first-degree manslaughter. And that I'm going to show you that clip from the court case, but I'm also going to show you his testimony, which him claiming that, he was scared for his life from our beautiful sister. And a little backstory on the case. It happened once again on her 37th birthday. Both members of the couple were military. They had a party, and the guy somehow got preoccupied, or he got in his feelings when allegedly, now we don't know because we're not able to talk to her, but she was like, don't touch me.
I ain't buying that bullshit. And if he was experiencing that, he's not starting the story at the beginning. She was in that mood for a reason. However, none of that whatsoever in any form of fashion justifies him doing anything to harm a hair on her head, let alone taking her life. Fuck out of here. Not you, but you know them.
Or whatever, when the friends was there. So he got, in his little feelings. And, after the friends left, he got mad, got in an argument with her, and then he grabbed his pistol, ended up shooting her 4 times, going back to another room to reload, then shooting her another time, then he spit.
Bro, y'all hear that? I don't know how her family was able to restrain themselves in the courtroom. Rest in peace, baby.
On her lifeless body. Now, if anybody knows anything about spitting, when you spit on somebody, that is definitely a sign of this extreme hatred and disdain. But just watch this clip real quick from the court case and, hear our dear sister's family speak about their disappointment with the judgment.
Case in Commonwealth, Kentucky versus Jordan Henning. The verdict on the penalty phase is we, the jury, fix the defendant's punishment for the offense of first-degree manslaughter under instruction number 1 at 20 years, signed by the foreperson. Again, let me ask, is that the
20 years. A place like Kentucky, I would imagine they got them situations where you could do 5 in the prison and do 15 on paper. Guarantee you he don't do 10 whole years in prison. That's just my assumption.
unanimous verdict of the entire jury? All 12 members? All right, thank you.
That was the sentence handed down to Jordan Henning, what many are calling a shocking sentence for the crime. 20 years for killing his wife, Ashley. Is that enough?
This fool got on the stand. I'm gonna hit you back. This fool got on the stand, and on my mama, wait till you hear this pathetic production performance he put out. I can't believe they bought this. I'm telling you, there must be a real small town in Kentucky where everybody know everybody, and they might spell Kentucky with 3 Ks at the beginning, I believe.
A jury convicted Jordan Henning of the lesser charge of first-degree manslaughter, which really did surprise those who had been watching the trial and saw those damning and highly disturbing surveillance videos. We were all able to see how Jordan Henning chased his beautiful wife the night of her birthday, hitting her repeatedly, coming back after his gun jammed and spitting on her. Ashley's friends.
That was an issue back in the days when the white man was reigning terror. A lot of times they women couldn't stomach how grotesque their activities was. And they would be the ones move toward leniency and trying to convince the man to render some leniency. Yeah, she can't stand, because all she could do is imagine herself getting chased around her home like that by her husband. It's ridiculous that it should be treated. I mean, imagine that being a white woman done like that. There is absolutely no way in the world. The white woman is the most protected species on the face of this, I won't even say this earth, or in this country. So, had he done this to a white woman, or better yet, a black man done this to a white woman, she'd have been up under the jail 20 years. God.
And family were in distress over what they considered a very lenient sentence. And we saw Ashley's cousin not holding back his disdain and outrage for the jury's decision.
I have one more thing to say. I've served this country for almost 22 years. 22 years in the Marine Corps. I've deployed 7 times to a combat operation, to combat zones. 9 times total deployed. And this is the justice that America gives me. It's unthinkable, unspeakable, it's disgusting. Thank you, John. Cowards. Every single one of you.
Any cross-examination?
Every single one of you are cowards.
Prosecutors argued that after Ashley's birthday party, Jordan flew into a rage. His defense team said there was more to the story than the video showed. They made the argument that Jordan was a victim of physical and mental abuse and simply broke. Clearly, the jury believed him in the story that he told on the witness stand. And we know that Ashley's family is understandably heartbroken. And I'm so pleased to be.
They wonder why people would take vigilante justice into their hands against the law every blue moon when we consistently get done like this. Come on, man. It don't take no rocket science to figure it out.
Having on the show this morning Ashley's cousin, who we saw speaking out, John Williams, and Ashley's dear friend, Holly Victorino. May I just start by, John, first of all, saying thank you for your service, and to you and to Holly and everyone else in Ashley's family and friend circle who misses her so much. We are so sorry for your loss. I know this is.
All right, so I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to play you next the testimony of this Neanderthal, weak-minded animal who took the life of our dear sister. And he's going to claim that, you know, he was the victim and he don't know. And then he's going to try to muster up some white man tears that never quite was able to muster. And that shows me that there is no remorse. Even looking at his face, the man is not remorseful. He's just mad that he's got to go through the whole court and trial process. So I'm going to play this. One of y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Then I'll be back with a little more commentary. But listen to this testimony. It's kind of lengthy, but we're going to get to the main parts of it. I'll probably skip to the main parts. So, you know, you can see how he tries to paint this picture of him being the victim. As Malcolm always said, be careful because the media will have you thinking that the criminal is the victim and the victim is the criminal. Just watch this.
To those things, the audio and the video.
They're horrible. They're disgusting. I destroyed lives that day, and the people I loved, and I can't bring that back, and I can't fix this situation. And
man, that shit sound weak. That's all it takes. Get in front of your people and crack your voice a little bit. And now you remind them of their son, their nephew, little Buddy, little Joey, little Timmy, little Bobby. It's crazy.
I'm sorry, and I know that'll never be enough.
Let's go back.
Oh, it's enough. She's nothing but a black woman. We seen the black woman not even be able to grab a pot of hot water off her stove that the police instructed her to do, even though it was unnecessary, without losing her life.
Back into the courtroom now. We're picking it up where we left off. Henning is talking about that birthday party where everything seemed normal. His parents called to wish his wife a happy birthday, sang her a song, and then this.
Now watch this week shit. Tell me this should not, to any logical mind, listen to what he finna say. Under the jail, you spoiled brat. You did the most horrible, evil thing because you couldn't get your way over some pettiness. This is what he's finna describe. But they had sympathy on him behind this week shit. We in trouble, y'all.
Everybody's kind of like over vehicles. It's starting to get dark, and so.
At any point did you try to make I guess a gesture of affection to Ashley?
I did. When my parents called, she was sitting on the back porch, and she was out there with Jessica, and if I'm not mistaken, Dakota and Andrew, Jessica's son, came out with us, but I tried to rub her shoulder. She kept shrugging me off, touch me, that kind of thing, and that's, I believe, the time that I tried to touch her then.
You had talked about sex previously in your in testimony, but apart from sex, was there intimacy in this relationship, affection?
No, Ashley, she wasn't. Her love language was.
I feel like the prosecution should have been like, objection, relevance. What does this have to do with the 90 question? Oh, my mama, they let him get all this bullshit off. This is totally irrelevant to what we saw on that videotape. Oh, I want to hug you, I love you. Oh, fuck you, bump you, and spit on you. It don't even make sense.
Acts of service and quality time. And so it was really hard at times for us to connect. Especially with mine being physical touch, she just a lot of times just didn't want to be touched. So we weren't really physically intimate.
What did she say when you did try to touch her that evening?
Get off me.
What happened next?
I took that phone call. Everyone was congregating in the driveway. Everyone starts to get in their car. And I walk over to Ashley, and we're waving and we're saying our goodbyes. And I put my hand up on her neck and her shoulder again, and she shrugged me off. She's like, "Stop touching me." Okay. And that's where you hear her start to go into the house on the video, and they've been.
So now I'm actually realizing, for watching this the second time, she made it clear she did not want to be touched. In my assessment, the next time you touched her after that, you were assaulting her. And he's going to go through and show you how many times he touched her after she made it very clear she did not wish to be touched.
That followed. We go into the house and we start cleaning up. And I told her, I was like, hey, I just want to. What do you want me to clean up? Like, I just want to do something nice for you. Like, it seemed like you accept I just remember thinking like you accept everybody else's love and gifts and everything else, but like constantly rejecting me. And I asked her, I was like, hey, please let me do this. Let me serve you. Let me, she told me just clean something up. And so I go down to the basement remember taking glasses down to the basement from the bars. We had a lot of stuff, a lot of that stuff. And then I remember hearing her screaming my name. I was just thinking, what did I do? What did I do now? And she was saying about this slip and slide that we talked about with Carter and the kid.
Anytime somebody tells this many details to describe an incident that took 10, 15 seconds, they lying on my mama.
Earlier that day that, hey, if you're going to bring it out, and we all agreed, me, her, and him, that, hey, if he's going to bring this out, he needs to put it away. She wanted to do it for him, and I wasn't okay with that. Like, no, we agreed on this. Like, his parents were supposed to be united, and, I was upset at her for, just overriding me.
He's giving you his motives for murder. She didn't want my affection. She overrode me in a parental decision with our child. These are the motives for murder, y'all.
She overruled me on everything, it felt like. And so I started yelling for Carter. He's up in the shower. And he's on a whole other floor. Tyler playing his computer, playing his Xbox, and Carter's in the water. And so I'm yelling loud, and yes, I was upset, and I was yelling. And we go outside. Carter, I'm trying to show him, like, hey, this is where I was pointing to the drain spout on this slip and slide because it would collect water in the end of it, and she's out there with us. And that's, I kept telling him, he's like, where is it? Because it's getting dark. And I was like, it's right here. I was frustrated. And
so he's frustrated with the kid about the slip and slide. All she did apparently is not feel like being touched. That's it. Then she made a decision about her child that he didn't agree with. And he's irritated. He's pissed off. This is brewing in him. He's the one with the emotional imbalance that's upset for over a matter of hours.
And that's when she grabbed me around my balls and...
But shit, I ain't buying that. I don't believe it. Nah, you just that type of... Come on, you a military ex... She just... Come on.
Started smacking me, and I started telling her, let go. Let go. Stop. Please. Let go. And I'm yelling at her. And she's pulling me from...
Every man in that courtroom knows what I'm about to say is true. Women, you've been led to believe something that's false. It is not that easy to reach down, grab a man with some pants on and grab his B-nalls and just take control of the cartoons and TV. Got everybody thinking, all you gotta do is go right there and you got control of this. Bullshit. Now, you might can hit him in his, or the general area, but just to go real quick and just get a great hold on the, fuck out of here. Your natural instinct is gonna block, scooch back. Come on, man. It's bullshit ass story. I don't know how this flew.
Where the slip and slide was set up over to kind of the porch area. And as she's pulling me, I went to reach out for the banister, and I didn't grab the banister. I grabbed Carter, and somehow he ended up in between us, and I heard him scream. I had finally gotten a hold of her wrist, and I pried her off of me, and I restrained her wrist up by her head, and I was like, stop. And she had told him to go get Jimmy.
On my mama, this is just what I would imagine Agent 22 would be sounding like on the stand. A lot of his mannerisms remind me of him, except this dude is trying to be so soft-spoken, not realizing it betrays of what we seen on that camera. But, yeah, he reminds me of him a lot. Vladimir 22.
We're arguing, and Jimmy comes over and starts screaming at me, get off of her. And when I finally let up and let go of her wrist and stood up, he shoved me down onto my steps. And I just remember thinking, like, dude, you don't even know what's going on. Like, you don't understand even how we got to this point. Like, what?
Don't matter how you got to this point. A man sees you physically being dominant to a female, and he's doing what men are programmed to do: intervene, protect. Goofy, you want him to take your side when you manhandling a female? It's just crazy.
What are you attacking me for? I wasn't sitting on top of her, hitting her. I wasn't hurting her. I was just holding her wrist down. And when he shoved me down, she told him to run. And
that don't make no sense. He making this shit up and they going for it.
I don't know. I just took off after him. Like I was upset. I was mad.
That she didn't want anything to do with him. She was saying things that caused him to be upset. Let's go back in. The defendant is on direct examination.
Put him into a combative headlock, and I just held him there until he would stop. Just stop. And finally he was tapping my leg, and I let him go, and he was like, I'm grabbing my gun.
I bet you that's a lie. He just putting little lines in there to justify his next decisions and his next move. And if that's true, this dude, you done choked him out. Okay, now you gave him some relief. But the female, all she had to do was grab you and have full control because she just happened to land right on your testicles. But now he goes to get his thing, and you go and eliminate her and never have to encounter him and his weapon for some odd reason. How did they not see through this? This is crazy, man.
And I don't know, I was scared. I took off as fast as I could upstairs to my room where I had my pistol. And I remember grabbing my pistol and my spare magazine and just thinking, like, this is how I'm gonna die. Like, my friend is going to kill me. And I ran back downstairs, and I didn't know where he went. I didn't know if he had left the property. I didn't know. And so I'm outside, and I was just mad. I was scared.
I cannot believe the prosecution let him get all this off without no objections. This is mind-boggling.
I don't know. And I just remember seeing him and Chris Becker and Chris's truck pull up, and Chris Becker and him coming over, and I saw that he had something in his hand, and it looked like a gun.
So why you didn't shoot at him? He was coming with you with a problem with a gun. Why you didn't shoot at him? Why you go run and gun down your wife, your innocent wife, your harmless wife she presented no threat. She proposed absolutely zero threat. How did this story get him less than first-degree murder? I don't get it.
And I don't know. A lot of it's a blur.
A lot of it's a blur. He been giving us every little small, tiny detail since he been trying to touch her since the day before. The damn slip and slide. The physical altercation with the man. He knows all these details. Now it's a blur. He knows who was sitting on the patio, who said what time his parents called. He's badgered her to wash the dishes for her. He know all these details, but it's all a blur. Man, these jurors must be his family. Oh, my mama. They don't give a fuck about us.
I was so fucking mad, and I was just upset, and my wife had just attacked me yet again, and I didn't know what else she would do.
But you see, he keeps explaining how angry he was. He's been talking how this anger has been building up for hours under no type of even fake attack.
I thought my friend was going to kill me over it. I didn't know what was going on. And it was just chaos. And just broke. I don't know. Next thing I remember, I'm just standing over top of her shooting.
Dry ass tears.
I didn't know how I got to that point, or what was going on. I didn't know it. I didn't understand how we got there, and so I was just scared, and I don't know. I remember at one point being in my car and.
I'm going to stop it right there, because you see the tears just never quite teared up in his eyes. And do you notice how every time that a white person takes the life of a black person, whether it's the police or you know, even this husbands killing their black wives, I was just scared.
Oh, my mama, I'm going to stop it right there too, man, because I'm hot. That's Taylor House Publishing. It's his channel if you want to hear his commentary on it. They gave that man 20 years, man. He chased his wife up the stairs, unalived her. Yeah, man. They don't give a fuck about us, man. I'm going to get up out of here soon. This is crazy.
For what's tipping the scales of justice, we're waiting to see if the defendant in the military wife or trial will take the stand. Friday, the jury saw video of the moments leading up to the shooting of Ashley Henning, as she and her husband Jordan were arguing in their kitchen after Ashley's birthday party. Things escalated quickly. Absolutely horrific what's seen in that.
We read between the lines. We read between the lines. We read between
On the set, could have swore I had covered my bases. Ended up in court, had to fight a couple of cases. Crackers don't care when you come in them places. It be written on their faces. Them motherfuckers is racist. Fuck trial, shit tricky, give me the deal. I ain't never seen a real killer beat a pill. Shooter got a brighter future if he got a date. Behind the gate, lot of politics to tolerate. Sitting in the car, finna split a cigar. To my niggas on the yard, send my biggest regards. You don't wanna run it back, we already ran it. You landed flat on his back, cause I'm heavy-handed. Wanna catch another fade, we can follow up. But I ain't waiting all day, niggas squabble up. Gang of anger, got it all bottled up. Gang bangers, whole world follow us. Evil times you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Evil times you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind, why they lead the blind? Am I wrong, cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. Niggas clowns need to be in the circus. Putting these buzzers on the turf, they defeating the purpose. The first to return when the enemy service. Immediately on ease, these weenies be nerve dedicated to a section that didn't deserve us. It turned us into murderers and then it deserted us. Number one lesson I learned in the pen is when you lose your respect, you can't earn it again. Smoke a lot, Classified most faded, the low gon' be satisfied to all his folks made it. This Cabbage Patch where he caught most of the damage at. Perhaps he know a magic plastic surgeon that can manage that. Ask me, I'm just a product of my habitat. Narcotic habits where they quick to let you have it at. Big homie talking about he need half of that. I'm laughing at him as if my little bastard's having that. You imagine that? Can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind while they lead the blind. Am I wrong cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines. See what times you believe, can you see the sign? Tell me who gon' lead the blind while they lead the blind. Am I wrong cause I'm all about me and mine? Niggas better catch on, read between the lines.
Nightwood and that hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Here with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low, that's my nigga.
Spider Low. Spider Low.
Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Bud, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Bud on Hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, cred.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box. Whoa! With Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka VJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!